What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. BTC USD. It is the 5th day of August, and here we are at about 64.2K, roughly 10 hours and 41 minutes left in this day. Hit that like button. Do it. I dare you. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. We're moving down more or less the exact way that we expected to in this kind of volatile sideways range. Not really even sideways, but just, downward, but volatile. Up and down is more of what I meant. We did that on the way up. We're doing it on the way down. I assume once we break out of this range, we will break out to the downside. That's my assumption overall. There were a couple moments here, really just one where I got really excited and I thought that we might have been kicking this off right then and there. I still believe that overall, whenever we look back at this, we're going to look at this moment as the beginning of this bear market finale. I think we're going to look back at that and say that. So calling for the bear market finale last week, I think was a right call to make. I really do believe that we're in this bear market finale. I think that where we are here is akin to where we were here, is akin to where we were here. Right there, these final moments right here, right before the massive drop happened each step of the way. I do think that we have a massive drop coming. I do believe August is going to be a bloodbath. Let's go over that. Let's actually go over that real quick, and then we'll get into the short-term stuff. Let's do some monthly stuff and just see. I wonder how many Augusts have been bad for Bitcoin. Let's just see. We're going to use cyclical lines. There we go. June, July, August. August 2010, the very first August, to August 2011. Now, what we're going to do is compare Augusts that are in bear markets specifically, but we'll take a tally of all of them just for funsies. I normally have paper. Well, I don't know what happened. That's what you get whenever you have kids, guys. They just take your paper for all kinds of reasons, man. Anyways, let's see. Does this pen work? Yes, it does. So I'm going to write yes. I'm going to write no. We're going to say, was it red? Yes or no? 1st August. Technically, no. It is red, but it's up 3%. If you look up here in the percentage, it'll say up. Oh, wait, no. No, it is down. Okay, the next one was up 3%. So, yes, it was red. That was a negative month. The 2nd August was also red. The 3rd August was green, but that was in a bull market. I'm going to write a little B next to the ones that are in bull markets. The next one after that was red. The next one after that was also red. Red August, you guys. Red August here, even in a bull market. We're going to write that. I'm going to write one over here with a B next to it because it's in a bull market. Another one here. This one was green. And this one was also in a bull market. Let's see. Red in a bear market. Red, technically in a bull market, but we weren't really in bull market times. We were kind of in crab market times, so I won't write a B for the bull market here. Green, but barely. All the green ones so far, you guys, have been in bull markets, every single one. Here, again, we were kind of in a crab market, but that was at the end of the bull market, so I'll write a B there as well. Red here, wow, August, you guys, has been just so red. That is wild. And this one was also in a bull market. Another red one. Red, and that was technically the beginning, or around the beginning of this bear market. Okay, so guys, we've got 11 red Augusts in Bitcoin's life, and we have 4 green Augusts in Bitcoin's life. The 4 green Augusts that we've seen, the only 4, 11 of them have been red. Of the 4 that were green, every single one was in a bull market. We are not in a bull market, not by any means, right? We certainly are not in a bull market now. So, statistically speaking, I feel pretty safe in saying that August is not going to be friendly to us. Now, how unfriendly is it going to be remains to be a bit of a question, right? I'm expecting, again, a bloodbath. I think that this will be one of the bigger months to the downside that we've seen this whole cycle. That doesn't mean that it closes there. Let's just see, from a high to a low, 27%. From a high to a low. These were some of the bigger months that we saw drop-wise. If we were to drop from the closing point there, that would take us just below 50K, which is an anticipated target area. 45K, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to me, man. I really do believe that we're going to see prices below 50K. I don't believe we're going to go below 40K. I don't believe we're going to go below 43K even. But 49K, 43K, somewhere in that range. That's where I really do believe. At a minimum, I would expect that we at least go to 55K, at least there. And our low right now is at about, what, 57? 57.7, yeah, something like that. So 55K or lower technically would be the target, but for me, it's really right around that 50 to 43K area that I expect us to go. And I do think that drop is going to happen this month. I think we're in that finale phase, for whatever it's worth. I do believe that we're going to move down from here. I don't think that we're going to continue moving up. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and just see if there's any reasons to suspect some upside. Looking at this, it kind of looks strong, kind of, but not really. You're trying here, right? You're trying to get up higher, and each time you're wicking, you got a lot of volume, and you couldn't break out. That's not good. You get a lot of volume, you should be breaking out. You shouldn't be forming a wick at the top. That's not encouraging. RSI's rolling over, stochastics don't look good, and the MACD is still bullish for what it's worth, but I'm not bullish on it. You're choppy and sideways, it's less reliable. 4 hour time frame, stochastics are overbought. RSI is at the area that it has been rejecting throughout this range. MACD kind of looks good, but again, you're doing the same thing you did on the daily. Look at this. Actually, your 4 hour, in the sense of the MACD, looks just like the daily. Look at how you're just like slowly, you're getting these slightly higher highs, oh so slightly here. Okay, RSI finding resistance in the same areas it was before. Stochastics in a downtrend. Okay, but the MACD, you crossed just above this zero level right here, and you didn't have much of a pump at all. That's weak. That's weak stuff there, you guys. I was about to say the S word. It's weak stuff. 4 hour time frame. RSI finding resistance at this level. Stochastics looks like they want to come down. MACD crossed through the zero, and you didn't get much of a pump at all. That's weak stuff, man. It's very weak stuff. You found resistance. You finally broke through, and you did nothing. And you're actually coming down, man. So yeah, lower. Lower is the trajectory from a low here to a high there. I suspect we'll see 61 to 60K on this next drop, probably something like that. How much of a drop is that? What is that percentage-wise? It's about 4.7 to 5.8%. Yeah, that's my suspicion. That's my expectation. That's where I think we're going to go. I'm pretty damn confident in that. I'll change my mind if we close above 64.7K. We close above 64.7K on a daily basis, then we are probably moving up. We'll take a bit of a bullish shift, but for now I'm thinking bearish. There was this, looking at the 4 hour time frame, there is this kind of look. Here you rejected pretty immediately. Here you rejected pretty immediately, where here you're not rejecting and you're kind of breaking through this trend maybe. There's that bullish perception there, and again, we could break out to the upside. It is possible. I just don't think we will with all these things that are happening now. I mean, it would have to happen like right now, this hour, this next 2 hour, 30-minute period, maybe within the next 6 hours and 30 minutes, but I'm not holding my breath over that. Anyways, guys, I've got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, you heard it here first months ago. You heard it here first back in March. The end of the bear market will be in August, if not maybe September or October. But I'm calling for August. I have been for a very long time. And as we get closer, I'm only growing more and more confident that we are literally about to see this finale phase come in. Remember, these finale phases, when you go back to any bear market, the very end, it's a very harsh drop, and then we do nothing for a couple months or more. A very harsh drop, and then we do nothing for like a quarter of a year or more. A very harsh drop, and then we did nothing for about a year, actually. We double bottomed there. And then a very harsh drop. We did see a little bit of volatility, a little bit to the upside. This is the very early days. I don't even know if I'd call that a bear market, personally. I think this was all one big bull market. But after the fact of the excitement, We were boring for quite some time. My point being, my friends, it's going to be some time, quite a lot of time, before Bitcoin's anywhere above its all-time highs, let alone above 90K. It's going to be a long time before we're at areas where it's just not as delicious to buy, right? Bitcoin at a $64,000 price, it is appetizing right now. But I do suspect that we're going to have fantastically lower prices, something that is below 50K, and that's probably going to come our way in less than 30 days. That's my expectation. If not in less than 30 days, then the majority of that move will happen in less than 30 days, and the technical low may happen within the next 60 days. I don't think we're going to get the low in October. I don't think it's going to be in September. I'm very confident in August, but August, September seem to be the real kind of converging months there. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on what people think, I think. You know, if people are still bearish after we drop here going into August, then it might be time to buy. But if they're really bullish, then maybe wait still. Maybe it'll be time to wait. It's completely possible that we're all wrong and that this bear market lasts longer, that it actually goes into the end of the year, if not even the beginning of 2027. We don't know what we're dealing with. Just because every bear market before has been about a year long doesn't mean this one has to be. It can be longer. We've got stocks rallying to new all-time highs. Commodities are still coming down. If the whole market around the world crashed, crypto could go with it, even if we're in a bear market. Maybe crypto will pump. I think it would be great if crypto's been dumping this whole time, stocks have been going up, and then as soon as stocks top off and start to come down, that's when crypto starts to pump. I think that would be so good. It'd be so good for so many different reasons. I want to make another video on those reasons, but I'm just going to tell you right now why it'd be so good. Because I'm trying to end this video, but who cares? The reason it'd be so good is think of meme coins, okay? Think of meme coins. You got a bunch of scared little rabbits hopping from place to place looking for the next big thing. Whenever one of them dumps, they sell, and then they try to buy the newest one, right? That's what happens. It's an attention-based economy in the meme coin world for the most part. Not always. The special ones do special things. It takes conviction. Shout out to TBB, man. I mean, this is just an absolutely unprecedented recovery. And I think that it's going to continue. I mean, I can't believe we're getting a V-shaped recovery here. It's not what I wanted. I wanted us to take a little bit more of a methodical approach, but who cares? You don't get what you want, man. I didn't want a 90% dump either. We had a massive opportunity here, man. This thing is going to rip through the roof. It's going to melt faces. But attention, right? There are investors all over the world who've been making fun of and mocking crypto bros because stocks have been doing so well, commodities have done so well. Well, what happens whenever everything goes down except for crypto, and crypto's even moving up and seeing new all-time highs? There's going to be people, doubters, haters, fudders, people who shifted from crypto to stocks, people who've never touched crypto, who are going to come into crypto because they're going to see it as a safe haven. If crypto's pumping while stocks are dumping, what's going to happen is the narrative that crypto really is the inflation hedge, that it's the centralization hedge, right? It's the decentralized form of commerce and value in markets. That's going to become a much more prominent narrative, and we're going to see onboarding, a wave of new buyers that we've never seen before. People who freshly take profits from the stock market and rotate it into the market that's down. Just think about it. Think about it, okay? Hit that like button, subscribe. Just because I've said these things, just because it makes sense doesn't mean it has to happen. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again, but I'm saying these things because I believe them to be true. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.